You have to see this sunrise. I need to wait for this fog to burn off before I can get out there and do some bush hogging. It's been incredibly hot, so it's about 5:30 in the morning, and I figured I'd go ahead and get an early start on this. But the last couple of videos have been about deer hunting and food plots and, you know, a lot of hunting stuff. And I want to be very clear about where we stand on that. A few videos back, we had a planting the orchard video where we're planting fruit trees. So I know that it's going to take years for those fruit trees to grow, years for them to bear fruit, and it's going to be our job to make sure that those trees are as healthy as possible so they bear the most fruit and so that they can last for generations to come. I feel the same way about hunting. At our church one time, our pastor, Lloyd Shadrack, who is a brilliant man, very gifted, calm, peaceful, you know, always says something very witty. He's a bow hunter, and he said one time that he sees hunting as almost like going and picking a piece of fruit off the tree and consuming it and eating it, and that's kind of the way that God intended the world to be. I really like the way that he presented that because I think it's true. That's the way I feel too. And if you have any idea how much time most people who hunt or who work in the outdoors put into the land, then I think that would change a lot of people's misconception of hunting. So on my channel, this is not going to be, like the hunting network. I like to hunt. I love to be outside. Part of hunting to me is just watching. It's incredibly exciting watching an animal come out of nowhere, and you've watched it from a baby, and now all of a sudden it's 2-3 years old, and the nutrition that you provided, all the feed that you've given has really made that animal thrive. And now they're the best in class on your property, and that's kind of special. So I really enjoy doing that. So today we're going to do some more things as far as deer management here that's a little unusual. So if you live in Tennessee or anywhere that's not Texas, today's going to be new. This is going to be a little outside the box. So we're the first farm that I know of in Tennessee. If there's another one out there, please let me know, that has started feeding fortified cottonseed. Fortified cottonseed is a big deal in Texas. It's a big deal, in high fence areas where they groom and grow and keep their deer. Here, our deer are kind of free range like chickens. They go wherever they want, and we don't own them. We just take care of them. So feeding cottonseed is definitely a little bit more of a progressive thing to do in Tennessee. Usually people say that a deer will not eat something if it's not grown locally on the property or very closely. And we have zero, cotton farms around here. There's some in Memphis. There's some that I know of west of Nashville. But as far as feeding cottonseed, we're the only people that have done it. So last year, Scotty, the legend, and I decided we were going to throw our hats in the ring and see if we could do it. We put probably 400 pounds of cottonseed in a feeder, which I'm going to show you here shortly. This is just such a pretty backdrop. I figured, why not? We put the cotton in the feeder, and for about a month and a half, a deer didn't touch it. And then, sure enough, what they'll do is, by nature, they're wild animals. They'll try one seed and wait a few days and see if it makes them sick. Then they'll try another seed, or maybe 2 or 3. If that doesn't make them sick, then it's kind of game on. So they must have done that because now the feeder's completely empty. They've eaten 400 pounds of it. Clearly it's good as your transportation vehicle. I thought about driving the truck out there because it has air conditioning, but I just got up really early instead. It's really nasty and wet out there, so I'd really like to have a cab tractor. I think I'll wear Holly out by talking about it all the time, but maybe I'm just a wimp. Could be. Okay, so here we are at the cottonseed feeder. Now all it really is hog fence, zip ties, and 2 T-posts. Some people have said that you can put the hog fence, wrap it in a circle, zip tie it, and then set it on 1 T-post and put the cottonseed around it. But for us, I like having it a little bit more sturdy because this way I know that it's not going to get knocked over. What's crazy is we mix it with corn, and here we have some corn stalks growing. I want to see this actually come up. It's pretty cool. All right, so here's the product. Barrett Spear Ag is the company. We have a buck on the bag. It's not a big buck, so I don't know if it's going to work or not. If you smell this stuff, it almost smells like a mineral attractant. So you can tell that there's definitely minerals and vitamins and all the things that you would need in there. So I'm going to put 2 bags of cottonseed. I'm going to top dress it with corn, put some buck bourbon on it, put 2 more bags of cottonseed, and just kind of go through that process. Yeah, you can absolutely smell the minerals in here. Kind of take a look. It's just, it almost smells like, it smells like buck bourbon a little bit. You can smell the trace minerals and everything in there. It's good stuff. Now, let me give you an idea what's on the label here. Crude protein, crude fat, calcium, phosphorus, salt, potassium, selenium, vitamin A, vitamin E. Now, selenium is what the Lucky Buck guys say makes you grow the big racks. Who knows? I'm not a scientist, but I do know that they like to eat it. Their bodies look better this year, and they look a lot healthier. All right, so now I've put 2 bags in there. I'm going to go ahead and top dress it with probably about 1/3 of a bag of corn. Okay, so we started using this stuff probably about 9 months ago, and if you ever want to see every deer on your property, put this in front of a camera. It's great, it smells amazing. JB actually tried it last year. That says a lot about JB. So the buck bourbon has some corn in there, but there's a ton of minerals, different flavors. I mean, it just smells amazing. I'm not gonna eat it though. Okay, so that's cottonseed. I know it's weird, I know it's different, but we're trying to do something different out here. It's gonna give us maybe a little bit better of a batting average, and it's gonna make our deer herd healthier. I can tell you the deer numbers have been up since we've started doing this. The fawns look healthy. We've seen some of them on trail cameras. And this is a great product. It smells really good. There's plenty of minerals in there. There's salt, there's protein, there's fiber. It's just about all the things that a deer would need. So Fortified Cottonseed, I'm gonna give you one bit of recommendation. If you want people to think that this works, you gotta do better than this. That's kind of a weak buck, man. You need to do something like tree line corn has it figured out. That's why tree line corn is good. Look at the size of that buck. If you buy stuff with big bucks on the package, that's where it's at. So anyway, that's feeding Fortified Cottonseed in Tennessee. It's unique, it's different. This video may be a little bit longer, a little bit more wordy than usual, but I wanted to explain what we're doing here and what we're trying to do to manage the land, make a difference. And you try what you can, right? So for us, I want to have the healthiest deer herd. I want to be able to watch them. I want to be able to hunt them. I want them to breed and multiply and be incredibly healthy, because that's just going to make our property that much more enjoyable for us. But if you like these kinds of videos, give us a like, comment down below, and we'd love for you to subscribe. But thank you for coming along with us on this little, this little journey. And it's hot, it's humid, and it is definitely summer here in Middle Tennessee. Appreciate y'all watching. We out.